It is very adventurous to be in the forest, isn't it? Most of the area is covered with trees. A forest is a large piece of land covered with trees and plants. Do you know that each forest has its own kind of trees and plants different from other forests? But why? What makes these plants and trees different? Each forest has a different kind of soil and climate. Therefore, their plants and trees are also different. They prevent soil erosion and control floods. Trees supply oxygen to us for breathing. They also increase the amount of rainfall. These plants are not grown by people, but they grow by themselves, naturally, and so they are called natural vegetation. The communities and tribes that live in forests get their food, fuel, water, timber, shelter, and other necessities from the forest. They worship trees. They dance in springtime when the forest is alive with green plants and singing birds. Their religions and customs depend on the changing mood of the forest. The Maasais of Kenya and the Banda tribes of Odisha are some of them. And above all, forests provide shelter to wild animals like lions, leopards, elephants, deer, monkeys, birds, etc. We also get various products from forests, such as timber, which can be used for making furniture and houses. Firewood is the only fuel available to the tribes living in or near a forest. They use it for cooking food. And the most interesting thing, wood pulp is used for making paper on which we read and write. Do you know from where all the beautiful colors come? Plants give us rubber, gum, cork, resins, and they are used for making colors. And the most important thing, herbs and shrubs found in forests are a good source of medicine. Many plants have medicinal value. Can you name some of such plants, please? They are neem, tulsi, aloe vera, Indian gooseberry, etc. Now answer, which state does the Banda tribe belong to? Odisha or Bihar? Click to know the answer. Well done. That's right. It's Odisha. There are different types of forests found in India, like deciduous forests, coniferous forests, evergreen forests, thorn forests, and tidal forests. Evergreen forests. These forests remain green throughout the year, as different trees shed their leaves at different times in the year. They are found in those areas where it is warm and rainy. They are found over the slopes of the Western Ghats, in some parts of the eastern coast and in northeastern states of India, such as Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, and Tripura. Some of the important trees grown in this forest are rosewood, ebony, and mahogany. Deciduous forests. They are seasonal in nature, so they are also known as monsoon forests. Deciduous forests shed their leaves during summer due to the scarcity of water. They are found in the southern plateau and the foothills of the Himalayas. And some of the examples of deciduous trees are teak, sal, and shisham. Thorn forest. They are found mainly in the areas with little rainfall, And these areas are the deserts of Rajasthan and Gujarat, and some parts of the Deccan Plateau. The trees of the thorn forests are short in height and thorny in nature. They can keep water inside for long. These trees are kikar and babool. The coniferous forests are also known as the mountain forests. They are covered with tall and cone-shaped trees. And the leaves of these trees are in the shape of a needle. They are found in the Himalayan regions. And the important trees are fir, deodar, and spruce. The marshy or tidal forest. The roots of the trees in these forests get submerged underwater. The tidal forests are found in the deltas of the river Ganga, Mahanadi, and Godavari. Have you ever heard about the Sundarbans? The Sundarbans are the part of the largest delta formed by the river Ganga and Brahmaputra. It is a marshy forest that lies in West Bengal. It is named after the Sundari trees that grow here. The important trees grown in this forest are buttonwood, mangrove palm, and Sundari. Now answer, in which type of forest rosewood, ebony, and mahogany trees are grown? Click to... Yes, it's the evergreen forest. But it is sad that in India, only 1/4 area is covered with forest, and it is continuously decreasing due to deforestation. Deforestation is defined as the permanent removal of trees or forests. The land gets bare and exposed as no trees remain there. Deforestation leads to soil erosion, landslides, floods, or even reduce the animal population. Hence, it is important to conserve the forest by planting more and more trees and preventing it from being cut down. We should not let trees be cut down. Sundarlal Bahuguna started the Chipko movement, in which the people of Uttarakhand embraced the trees when somebody came to cut them down. This movement was started in 1974, and still people use this method of conservation of forests. The government also encourages people to plant trees through Van Mahotsav celebrations, which take place in the first week of July every year. The government has also stated a social forestry scheme. Through this scheme, the government supports rural people to plant more and more trees. These trees will fulfill their requirements of fuel, wood, foders, timber, herbs, fruits, etc. In reserve forests, the killing of wildlife and cutting down of trees are not allowed. Wildlife sanctuaries and national parks are established to conserve forests. Some of the important wildlife sanctuaries are Corbett in Uttaranchal, Kaziranga in Assam, Sundarbans in West Bengal, Bandipur in Karnataka, and Periyar in Kerala. There are also national parks like Gir in Gujarat, Kanha in Madhya Pradesh, and the bird sanctuary Chilka Lake in Odisha. Let's recap the topic. Importance of forests. Forests are helpful to us in many ways. They prevent soil erosion, control floods, supply oxygen, increase rainfall, support communities and tribes, provide shelter to wild animals. products, such as timber for furniture and houses, firewood for fuel, wood pulp for making paper, rubber, gum, cork, resins for making paints, medicines. There are 5 main types of forests found in India, like the deciduous forest, coniferous forests, thorn forests, and tidal forests. The various measures to conserve the forest are: plant more trees, implement social forestry scheme, demarcate the reserve forest, establish wildlife sanctuaries and national parks.